Hello everyone, my name is Danny, and I'm going to review Stronger. It is a 2016 movie running 2 hours. It is definitely rated R. I don't know why they have to make these movies rated R. Inspired by the true story, Stronger stars Jake Gyllenhaal as Jeff Bowman, a working-class Bostonian who was at the 2013 marathon when the bomb blast occurred and he tragically lost both of his legs. After regaining consciousness, Jeff was able to help law enforcement identify one of the bombers, but his own battle had just begun. Jeff's deeply personal journey tests a family's bond and defines a community's pride as he overcomes adversity to become the living embodiment of Boston Strong. Yep. Okay, I'll say my disclaimer. I do not like watching all these true movies. That's one after another. This one, I've almost waited 2 years to see. Kind of forgot about it. I still haven't seen the Mark Wahlberg one about the Boston Marathon. And I don't know how long it'll take me to see that one. Haven't seen the one about the firefighters in California or wherever that was. I just cannot fit all these in. I can't take them all the time. I watch some movies that end up being about something and I didn't even know it. It just happens to be. I don't know why in, I guess I'll just say America, maybe the world does this, I don't know. But we all have catastrophes. Has London made a movie about all the terrorist attacks they've had and the people who have survived them? I don't know. I haven't seen them. If they have, I don't know. But is this just an America thing that we have to make all of these? I just cannot take them all the time. All right. As far as the movie goes, since this is 2016, the quality was good. There's kind of some really cool camera shots and everything. And there's good acting, great acting, really. I don't know how they do this with Jake Gyllenhaal being a person without legs. Like, is it just completely computerized the whole time? I don't know. Some good stuff, though. Really good acting as far as what it takes to embodiment the situation. I did appreciate it very much. Don't get me wrong. My notes are that if you're going to make a movie like this, which I know a couple of them have done this as far as true stories go, you don't need 1 million cuss words. You can have 10. You can have 20. But constant cussing, you want people to watch a movie about the Boston Marathon or not? Why do you have to have 1 million cuss words? That's my question. And honestly, you know, we're supposed to be watching this movie, feeling sorry for this guy that survived this tragedy, right? Then why do they make Boston people out to be so annoying? They really are. I'm sorry. I'm not being judgmental of a whole city and a whole people. I'm just saying that this movie points out all the flaws of the annoying parts of them. Constantly talking, wanting to fight immediately, being drunk all the time, being the only way they can handle things. They push people away. They're crazy people. There's, strong people. There's stupid people. And this whole family embodies that whole mantra. And I just don't think it does the movie any favors when we're supposed to be feeling the inspiration and feeling sorry for people and feeling American pride. And I just think it has the bad characters that they could possibly think of. The worst characters. I don't know if this is something they were going for, but it kind of drew out to be a little too long. They wanted to milk every single situation, and like I said, it wasn't totally about their survival. It wasn't totally about him being a survivor of the marathon, there's more personal crap that he was going through. So I don't know why they had to milk the inspirational scenes. If you're gonna not make a big deal about it, just move past it, get it going. There's lots of useless stuff. There's some weird lines in it about I don't know, just weird things. This one girl wanted to tell him about a book report she wrote on him at the end. So, who cares? Halfway through, there's something about this and that, and the girl wants to talk to her friends instead of talking to him. I mean, just get on with it. Move it on. It's just, that's not what this is about. This movie is not about this girl being afraid to talk to Jake Gyllenhaal, and so she talks to her girlfriend first, and she cries, and, he doesn't show up for dinner, and who cares? It's so much useless stuff. I thought this was going to be about the Boston Marathon. Have it be about that. Focus, movie. Focus. The part with this, I've seen, obviously, a lot of these true stories. We all have. We've all seen the movies, that come out, and Deepwater Horizon, and, all these other ones. There's so many of them. This one doesn't feel like it's a story. Like I said, he's kind of dealing with some personal crap, and then he just kind of, gets drunk, and they have these flashbacks, but it doesn't really help me. It doesn't, I just, if he's going through that, then why isn't he talking about it? If he's still having flashbacks, then why isn't family there for him, and why did they just leave him? Why aren't they being more understanding? It's just part of the problem with how Boston people maybe are. Maybe they're just, kind of cruel to each other. I don't know. This movie is very weird. Most people in the normal situation or in Hollywood or making movies or actors, they would kind of embrace the fact that this guy was going through this stuff and having these flashbacks or having this stuff go on, and then they'd kind of support him. But in this movie, they just leave him, and he has these flashbacks, and we're supposed to feel sorry, but it was just kind of sad. I just didn't really care. And it was like, as soon as he's happy, he's having flashbacks to him and his girl being together because we think they're going to break up. It's like, come on. You can't be miserable and then have flashbacks of when you almost died and then be happy and have flashbacks of when you were happy and hurt. I don't know. It was just kind of weird. And it's very typical. It's one of those stories that we could tell what was going on. We could tell what he was going to say. We could tell what was going to come, and all these people bouncing off of each other. They were so strong of personalities. It was just obvious what they were going to say and how they were going to react to stuff. It was very simple. I didn't feel challenged, and I thought it was going to be about more than what it was, and it really wasn't. It didn't have much of a story. So the last thing I'll say, just to try and be nice, because I do enjoy the movie. I did enjoy what it was. I didn't think it was the worst thing I've ever seen. I think Jake Gyllenhaal knocked his role out of the park. I really do, literally, as a Red Sox fan and all of that. I really think this was well done. There's obviously a lot of people involved. There's obviously a huge amount of time and consideration to take into the sports stadiums. Who knows how they stage that, or if they do it during a real game for 5 minutes. I don't know. But whenever it's about a serious issue like America being attacked, any movie is worthy of consideration to be watched. I get a little tired of watching every single true story ever told, about every person that survived whatever. But it's very serious that, they did survive. Their story deserves to be told. And this movie is inspirational. I don't want anybody getting me wrong. The notes that I've provided are as a movie critic and as a person that has common sense and doesn't like certain things happening in a movie. That's all. This movie is very worth it. This guy survived, and look at him. The movie was appropriately titled. He's very much stronger, and it didn't come through in the movie, but obviously in real life, this guy must just be amazing and happy to be alive, and I'm glad they get to share some stuff. I hope America never gets attacked again. No matter what our beliefs are, no matter what we disagree on, I hope we can come together at least to agree that America is the best country out there. We are doing the best we can with the situation that we're in. We're kind of in a time of flux right now, but we are Americans. We are alive, and we should value our lives. We should treat other people how we want to be treated every day, no matter what. No matter who's the president, no matter what situation we're in, no matter what war we're in. These terrorist attacks, I hope, will stop, and we don't have to go through many tragedies like this in the future. But it seems to be a part of our life, and I'm very sorry about that. So that's it for me. My name is Danny, and if you like this or any of my other reviews, I would love to have you like and or subscribe to my channel. And thanks so much, guys. Enjoy your movies.